language journal in order to write down any interesting vocabulary or sentences or phrases that you would like to use in your real life. That's basically what it is. Your language journal is your brain, the part of your brain where English lives, and that's what where you're going to store any vocabulary, any grammar, any sentences, any phrases, any idioms or expressions that you find interesting and that you would like to use in real life. Okay, so like with every session, lesson, if you have lessons, I don't know, school year, I'm going to call you school year because I don't know how to pronounce it, but I don't know if school year you have English lessons with Berlitz in Lingua, another English future school. People watching this stream who do have lessons with a private language school, I advise that before you start, or if you have a presentation at work or something going on like that you take the time to warm up your English muscles. It it's if you think about sports or if you think about music, you have to warm up in order for your body to do the things you want it to do. So warming up starts very simple. You just move around your face, especially if you speak a language where you don't need to move your face a lot. Okay? And for example, let's start with a pencil. This is a pen or pencil. You take what you want and you put it between your teeth like this, here, so that you're smiling and try to speak as clearly as you can with the pen in your mouth. What it does is that it forces you to enunciate and articulate. Now, don't bite, because if I, she sells, do it again. See, if you hear noise, it's because I have a scaffolding around my house and it's raining. So if you can hear like water against metal, that's what it is. Sea shells by the seashore. There we go. Voila, voila, voila. Beep, beep. Okay, much better. She sells seashells by the seashore. Here I am. Bleep. There you go. Hi. There we go. It's visible. I know it was because I was trying to be sophisticated and I should just stick to simple things. It happens to me a lot. It's fine. So you take your pen or pencil and you like smile, put it at the limit of your smile, right there, as far as it will go. Maybe a little bit, as it has to be comfortable, okay? So no stress, no pressure, don't bite, okay? And what you need to do, she sells seashells by the seashore. She, so you can still hear it, even if it's not perfect. She sells seashells by the seashore. So my tongue, hello, right there, is trying to do th, the, the, the seashore. Okay? It feels stupid. It looks stupid to go the like that with your tongue outside your face, but that is the way we pronounce things in English. And the E sound, see, see, you need to make that smiling movement. See, we, please. That's a E. This kind of smiling gesture, that is how you get those E sounds clear. Okay, it doesn't need to be perfect, it just needs to be clear. She, now try without the pen. She sells, see, and you notice my mouth is not moving. She sells, see, now it's moving. shells by the seashore. So if you see that, she, she, this movement here, can you only see this blank screen still? It should be fine. The computer says it's fine. Let me check the other part of the computer. Yes, the computer says it's fine. So, so she sells sea shells, again with the she, shells by a. So that's a little bit, you open your mouth, a, by the seashore. Anybody else either watching now or watching later. So, hang on. So first we need, beep. Okay, I don't know what's happening here. Give me a minute. Technology is not helping me right now. There we go. Okay. So normally you should see Sweet Ermengarde by H.P. Lovecraft. This is the Short Stories Cafe channel, which is a YouTube channel that posts quite a few audiobooks. I think it's somebody who auditions for as a voice actor, and this is kind of like their YouTube channel where they present their work. You have some of these channels are voice actors. Thank you, Afflelou. So Afflelou is a glasses company from France. There you go. Sweet Ermengarde, H.P. Lovecraft, famous for Cthulhu, giving us the eldritch monster Cthulhu and all those very scary, dark stories that I am sure you have heard of. And we are reading Sweet Ermengarde, which is also available, hang on the H.P. Lovecraft website, which is the website of the like family, I guess, of Mr. Lovecraft, who, hang on, because this window is very big. I have to make it a little bit smaller. There we go. Okay, there we are. So this is basically where all his copyright-free texts are kept over the internet. And hang on. So, and this one. Okay. And so this website is called HP Lovecraft Writings. So there's a biography up there. You can find all kinds of information about Mr. Lovecraft and read a whole bunch of his short stories. So when it comes, so we were on our first paragraph of this story. We had already read this part and listened to this first paragraph. So right here, clip, 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 clip. And if you remember, we had come across, or if you were not here because you were late, we had discussed several pieces of vocabulary from this first paragraph. So we're not going to go through the whole thing paragraph by paragraph because we'll be here until the end of time. We had discussed the word beauteous right here. We had also research the word avering, to aver or avering. What does that mean? And that if you speak more than one language, it's easier sometimes to figure out what some of these strange and obscure English words mean because you have it in your own in another language in your head already. So for example, a veering, I kind of, even if it's not a word I'm familiar with as an English speaker, because also speak French, and to aver, avérer, is a verb that we currently use that is very contemporary in French and that we use regularly in our language. So I was saying that this word is more familiar to me, and I, I, uh, I can infer, I can guess the meaning. Another word from the French that I have in my head, that's what I wanted to say. We also had the word mendacious that we looked up in a dictionary. We went to dictionary.com, um, and um, um, hang on, her original name was Ethel, and the word praenomen is another word we looked up in the dictionary. And again, I speak French, so for people who speak French, maybe Italian, Romanian, Spanish, praenomen is a word that maybe either you use in a legal environment or in everyday life to say your first name, not your middle name, but your very first name. And this poor girl's first name originally was Ethel, which is the scientific word for alcohol. And that after the passage of the 18th Amendment, which we went to the website of the Library of Congress and also to the not Library of Congress, of Encyclopedia Britannica, to find out that the 18th Amendment is the US law that banned all production, sale, import, and export of alcohol in the United States. And that's why her father didn't want to have his daughter called alcohol anymore. Um, and we also had village swains. We researched this in the dictionary, and that swains were basically admirers. But we found out that Ermengarde's admirers didn't admire her, they admired her father's production of wood or corn or some kind of alcohol. Okay. Um, so that was the first paragraph and the first um, part of our reading. So we did a lot of reading. We did a lot of listening with our YouTube channel, where this we can find the audiobook of this text. And we did also a lot of practice. So when you see a sentence that you really enjoy or that you think it would be good for you to use in your real life, practicing saying it is a good idea as well. Okay, so hey, so that was just a little sample of our Sunday streams. Don't forget to join us next Sunday and every Sunday for English language coaching. I will be there to help you develop your language learning skills, the things you need in order to understand and learn and acquire tattoo English on your brain forever. So don't hesitate to give us a like, give us a follow or subscribe, and we will see you on Twitch, Language Convo Club, every Sunday. See you next Sunday. Bye bye.